Good morning everyone, Val here, and this morning's breakfast is a 3-egg omelet with cheese and my grapefruit and my vitamins, my water, and I have some pomegranate tea, which I started my morning out with. I've been, got up really early, like 6:30, 6:15, just couldn't sleep, and went in and got some tea, sat in my easy chair and did some Bible study for about an hour this morning. Now I'm gonna get around and get my breakfast, and one of the viewers, one of my friends that I follow on YouTube, asked me to do a garden update because he missed the last one I did. So I'm gonna go out after I finish breakfast this morning and I'll give y'all an update on the garden and water it if it needs to be watered. I don't know if it rained last night or not. I don't think that it did. It calls for rain every day. It's kind of hit and miss in this area whether it hits us or not. It kind of goes around us a lot of times. But then it can come out of the blue and like it's clear and sunny skies, and then you hear thunder in the distance, and within, you know, half an hour it's raining. So it's really hard to tell if it's going to hit us or not, even though it's calling for rain every single day. I really don't think we got any rain last night, so I may put a little bit of water on the garden if I think that it needs it when I go out. If not, we'll come back in and I'm going to edit a couple of videos, and I'm working the craft room. I'm not going to go out today anywhere. I was debating whether or not to do my grocery shopping today. I do need to run by the post office because I was told by one of the viewers that I need to go check my post office box, so I'm assuming they sent me something, which I didn't know was coming, but that's all good. I like that. So I'm probably going to check it tomorrow though. I think I'm going to wait today and take a day where I just am getting stuff done in the house, which is basically going to be crafts. I just feel like I'm behind on the crafts, and I need to catch up, and I need to get rid of that feeling because I have today and tomorrow, Saturday morning, because today is Thursday, Saturday morning, Adeline and Dean are coming to spend the night Saturday, spend the day Saturday with us and spend the night, and then Steve will take them back on Sunday. And so that's going to be taking up my Saturday and part of my Sunday. And I really would like to go to church. We haven't been to church in a couple of weeks because my sister was here one week and we went fishing in the morning. And then Gavin was here last week and we went fishing in the morning. And when we do that, we go out early and then we end up missing church, which, you know, I know is not a good thing, but I do stay in the Word during the week, and I stay reading the Bible, and sometimes I get more out of that than I do going to church. I hate to say that, but I do need my church community too. It's very important, and it's important to go to church. So I'm feeling like I need to go this week, but I'm thinking that the kids will probably be here, and that I won't have that opportunity. I am not sure. Anyway, we will see. But for today, it's going to be a day of relaxation. I put some chicken out, chicken breast for dinner. Steve and I both need to watch our diets a little bit better. And he's got to kind of lay off the red meats and dairies and stuff like that. So, but he eats a lot. He drinks like milk, and I don't drink milk, but he'll come home and have a glass of milk, and I don't do that. So that's a different issue for him, which I don't have because I'm not like, I don't like milk like that. Anyway, I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then we'll go out and take a look at the garden. How about that? I'll be right back. Ready for my garden update. I still have a few tomato plants on my front porch that I need to transplant this weekend. Let's see. They're not real dry. They could stand a little bit of water. I have my oregano and my basil, and it looks like I need to trim back this basil. So I'm probably work on drying some of that out. I might do some oregano too. I think I'm going to pluck it and dry some of that. And there's a few weeds in there. I'll pull those out. I think that's a weed. Alrighty. And let's go check the big garden. Alright, this is going to look like a mess because Steve can't mow out here now because these have vined out. And these are a watermelon, a cantaloupe, and 2 pumpkin seeds in this box here. This is actually a raised bed, but it has vined out. So if you look in down here, you can see there's a nice watermelon there. And then over here, and you're going to hear a beeping. That's a sensor that we have out for the deer and stuff. There's a big watermelon there. There's a little watermelon there. I have to try to find them in the grass. But I'm not sure. I don't want to pull the grass now because I don't want to pull out the plants. But this is part of the cantaloupe plant. And I do know there's one cantaloupe there. There's one in there. And there's a third one. Oh, there's a third one over there. Alright, so I do know there's 3 cantaloupe in there. Now the pumpkin, this is watermelon. This is pumpkin. And there may be pumpkin starting. There are some shoots, but these don't always. Like I can see them, but they don't always produce. From last year, see some of them die off and they don't produce. So until I actually see a pumpkin starting. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? But this looks like the watermelon leaf. I'm not sure. That looks like watermelon leaf, but that doesn't look like a watermelon. So there's bugs on there. Or they're ants. It needs the ants. So that may be a pumpkin. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. And see what else. Last year we had, off one plant, we had 4 pumpkins. So that's cantaloupe down there. And I know this one's watermelon because there's a watermelon right there. So we have 4 watermelons, 3 cantaloupes, and that possibly could be a pumpkin. Oh, wait a minute, I just saw something else. Oh, no, that's not it. Alright, I thought I saw something. I guess I didn't. Alright, so out of this little raised bed, which is very small, actually, I've got 4 watermelons, 3 cantaloupes, and whatever that is going to be, because that looks like it's got a good start. So we'll keep an eye on that. Alright, these are potatoes. This is a large potato bin. It's probably about a couple foot off the ground, I guess. It's raised. And potatoes usually do pretty good in this bin. But they're looking like they're doing great. This is one of the tomatoes I transplanted. And I know it looks like my tomatoes are really late, which they are, and I'm not sure why. Because I planted them at the normal time. So I'm not sure what's going on with these tomatoes, why they're so late. Now the deer got this, but it's still doing okay. These are all in planter boxes. I'm not convinced that's not a weed, but we'll see. Steve said it's a tomato. And then there's a pepper plant here that came up by itself. And then all of these are tomatoes. There's nothing in this box, didn't grow. This box does have some onions in it. I had a few onion sets left. And then there's a couple of onions in here. Now this garden, the animals can't get to too bad because it's all gated in. And we have a row of onions, which seem to be doing really well. And then this row we had planted corn and nothing grew. So do need to pull some of these weeds at some point. But I think Steve got a couple the other night. There's some onions in here. We planted leftovers of the onions. And then these are cucumbers. We have 3 cucumber plants, which are, you know, they're growing up and vining onto the walls, and we are using the space the best way we know how. So those will grow up. Our peas died. I don't know why. These are beets. Our beets are doing really well. There's a couple of pea plants still alive on this side, but as you can see, there's a lot of weeds in there, but there's some buds on the peas here. So we might get a few peas, but the most of them died off. Beets, these beets are doing really well. Can you see that beet down there popping out of the ground? There's beets here popping out of the ground. I'm not sure if I need to hill any of that, but they look like they're doing really well. I'm just gonna probably let them go. Maybe if it cools down a little bit, I can get out here and try to hill a little bit of those, maybe cover them over. That's what I had to do with the onions, because the onions were really out of the ground quite a ways. And these are my pepper plants. I just pulled 1 pepper off, and there's some buds on there. There's a pepper on there growing, but I took a pepper off that one. That was turned out to be a yellow pepper. All right, let's close this up. I have a strawberry garden in the back that does really bad, so I'm not going to take you back there because it really needs some new soil in it. Got another tomato plant here, and then these are empty that we need to put some tomato plants in. Alright, that's an update on the garden. Let me know what y'all think. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of something out of it. But I'm going to make sure. These last year, the pumpkin plant was all the way down here. I mean, it grew all the way down this side yard. I was thinking to do that this year. It still might, I guess. But we'll see how they do. The watermelon's looking really nice. Oh, it's still damp. I don't think it needs any water right this second. I'll check it again tonight. Alright, so this is our friend that lives under our front porch. We don't have a name for him, but he visits us. He stays out here in the flower garden. He's not really eating anything. Oh, there he goes. He's gone into his home. Anyway, usually see him sitting out here in the flower garden. Now the flower garden, the deer ate it. I know that's not the bunny eating it, because the bunny will die if he eats the hostas because they're allergic to them or whatever. They can't eat them. But he's probably the one sitting on my plants out here. So, and knocking these plants over. These are pretty. But the bunny he can't get into the garden to eat anything out of the garden because it's caged off and he can't get back there. So I'm not concerned with the bunny. He's been here a couple of years, but he stays pretty much under the porch. He does come out and get some morning sun and evening sun and find some food. And there were some plants over here, but I guess they've died off. Or Steve mowed them down. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going back in the house and try to get something done. I got some editing and stuff to do. I'm done in the craft room for today. I actually got a lot done. I got 4 of these finished. They're all the same pattern. I had one that I finished yesterday. So all of those are done. And then I cut out enough of the batting to do 3 more bowl cozies and a bunch of pot holders. And I don't have much of it left. I have to cut more if I want to do more, but I only got a few pieces left of the fabric cut too. I sewed these 4 bowl cozies. They're inside out right now. I just have to finish sewing those, so I'll have 4 more. They're not the same design as those, but I mean, almost finishing 8 in a day is a lot for me. And then cutting the padding and pinning these, and that's a lot to get done in one day. So that's what I did in the craft room today. I'm going to head to the kitchen and start dinner. Tonight's dinner is chicken breast, and I put some cream of chicken soup in to give it some kind of like a gravy, and serve with rice. So we can put a little bit of the soup over the rice. And we have vegetables for a salad, and that's going to be dinner tonight. Steve's home. How was your day?
Hot.
Hot, yeah. It was 93, I think, today, according to my phone.
Hot, stinky.
Yeah, I don't want to smell.
cologne?
No, I don't want to smell you. All right, Joe, we're going to eat dinner. That'll be it for today. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to. Leave a comment below. And remember,
It's all about the adventure.
yes, indeed. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.